Let's talk about the other team. We talked about Paolo a little bit. Let's talk about the other team in Florida to start with, the Miami Heat. Travis, what an offseason for the Heat. How do you feel about this offseason for this team and their upcoming season this year?
Okay. This is a lot. We're going to peel this back like an onion because I have a lot of feelings, a lot of layers here, okay?
Okay.
Let me start by saying, big picture, I think it's over for the Heat as we know it after this season.
Yep.
I believe we're looking at a last dance situation here.
Ooh.
Now, where I have questions, are we talking last dance? Because as I do this preview today, I'm going to assume that they stay together for the whole year.
Right.
Follow me.
Okay.
But I see a world, and we saw it a little bit this offseason, where it gets a little contentious with Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
We know Riles don't play that.
Yes.
We know Spo don't play that. So, if things go left, which could happen there,
yes,
I could see trade deadline major moves being made. But for my preview, I'm going to assume that doesn't happen. Here's why I say it's a last dance. Any team with Jimmy, Bam, coached by Erik Spoelstra, I mean, you're always going to be a contender.
Yeah.
Always. Now, where I'm having some issues here are the other guys. And I know that kind of sounds disrespectful, but that's been the Heat's deal, Achilles heel, in my opinion. The one guy I actually did like was Caleb Martin. And you not only lose him, he goes to Philly. I mean, what genius let that happen?
Right.
Like, all right, so he goes, and then he goes to a team where he can hurt you.
Right. By the way, did you see his free throw routine?
I did. That's
Caleb Martin, man. That free throw routine, dog. I know you left Miami and you get to do a little bit more and be yourself, dog. But go back to the drawing book with that. You know what? If you make it, I don't care.
76ers got a lot of unique. Who's a cat that does the TikToks we were just talking about?
Yeah,
the
Jared
Rook.
McKay.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on there.
There's a lot of characters.
But I did like Caleb Martin is my point. Now he's gone.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero has done nothing. I'm sorry. I know he's so talented, and if he just is healthy, and he's done nothing, Tay. I'm sorry. When he's in, he can ball.
Yeah.
But you can't count on him. I don't like any of these guys. I don't. I know they have some young talent. I can't trust any of these dudes. It's Bam and Jimmy and Spo. That's the big three. If you got them, you're a contender. But I think this will look a little more like typical Miami backs into the playoffs. No one really believes in them. And then they will be a headache for somebody. They may knock off someone early. I don't think they're going to beat the Celtics. Yeah. But if you told me we got to the postseason and I don't know the Heat, let's just for the sake of combo say they were a 7 seed.
Okay.
And they beat a 76ers or they beat a Knicks and it's a big upset, I wouldn't be shocked. I tell you what I don't see now and why I say it's a last dance. I don't see any more deep runs to the finals. I think that's over. And I think a lot of things caught up with the Heat. Jimmy Butler's mileage.
Yeah.
Usage rate, Bam too, to a certain extent. He's not getting any younger. They never added to those two. Yeah. You got to add, even though I'm not a fan of them, it was always rumored Bradley Beal there. I always thought that'd be a decent fit. Yeah. You got to add something, and they just haven't been able to do it, and they haven't been able to really develop it. I talked earlier. I feel like the Celtics were built from the draft and shrewd moves, trades, free agents. And we give Brad Stevens his flowers for this.
Yeah.
But the Heat, they're built around Jimmy and Bam, but they haven't been able to, really put that together yet. And I think they're out of time, quite frankly. So I think we get one last very Heat culture run here. They get into the playoffs. They'll be dangerous. They'll upset someone. And then I think they flame out. I think they'll fizzle out. And then I think big offseason changes come in this upcoming offseason.
Ah, man.
It's a lot to unpack.
That's a lot to unpack.
I told you.
It's a lot to unpack right there. Last dance. I've been on record saying how much I hate Heat culture at this point. Honestly, Like, I hate Heat culture. I think it's the dumbest thing in the league at this point. I think what Pat Riley and Tom Thibodeau are doing, and Erik Spoelstra, because they are packaged, Pat Riley and Erik Spoelstra are doing to these players in terms of mileage and
you don't like it.
Grit and grind and all that other stuff. I think there's a time and a place for it, right?
Yeah.
I think NBA players do need a balance of being held accountable. You can't have certain teams like the Detroit Pistons from years before or the Charlotte Hornets from years before where guys are running wild and doing whatever they want off the court. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that having these dudes in line and check, ready to go, focus, grit to the grind, whatever, that makes sense to me. But at the same time, these dudes are human, and you've seen year after year after year. It's not like how we were talking about with Giannis where, it's a fluke these past 2 years. No, it's been multiple seasons now where Tyler Hero's out, Jimmy Butler's out, you know what I mean? Other guys are out, Duncan Robinson, whoever, right? Whatever. Guys are out, and you're missing meaningful minutes from your main guys. Yeah. This has to stop. Yeah. Like, you have to stop forcing dudes to wear knee pads and mouth guards, in preseason. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
It's crazy.
It is.
So my thing is there a chance that this team could knock off one of those teams, like you said? Is there a chance for this team to have future success? Yes. I actually say yes, but they have to do what we're hearing Tibbs is going to do, which is tailor it back just a little bit. Just a little bit. You have an identity. Everybody knows who you are. The Spurs have an identity too. Guess what? It hasn't been working out for them. They sucked recently. And so now they're changing a little bit of what they do. It's a new age. It's a new era. Basketball has changed. The times have changed. When you were only shooting twos and mid-range jumpers and dunks were the most important thing in the league, grit and grind's great. Yeah. Now when dudes have to have creativity, flow, be able to make shots, your center needs to be able to shoot threes, which we saw Bam doing a little bit in USA run this year. You have to be able to change with the times. Pat, I love you. Did a lot of great stuff.
Speak on it.
Hall of Famer.
Speak on it.
Hall of Famer for Los Angeles Lakers.
He's a GOAT. He is
Hall
a GOAT in the game.
In Miami.
Yep.
But you know what? You have to change with the times, man.
Yeah, Tay, man, I feel like I'm catching the Holy Ghost you're preaching, because this is a bigger theory, and we can do this as a separate topic in another Hold My Banner. But I've always said and talked about this openly, in that I think certain, we'll call them icons of the game of a certain age, are in the perfect cities. Riles is one of them in Miami. Yep. Pop comes to mind in San Antonio. You're in Miami's not even a small media market. San Antonio is. Yes. But you're in a town where you can sort of control.
Yes.
Everything. The media.
Yeah.
Control the narrative, right?
Pat Riley's the mafia in Miami.
You can control the narrative.
He knows all. The Godfather.
If Pat Riley is running things here in Boston instead of Brad Stevens, and the Celtics have had the same results as the Heat, as great as those final runs were and all that. Yes. I mean, you didn't get it done, right? For these recent runs, I'm saying. Yep. And you haven't been able to land a star. No. This media, us, we're going at Riles. Yeah. We're going at him.
Yeah, we are.
In Miami, that doesn't really happen. And so I think what's happening is sort of you're almost in purgatory. It's like Groundhog's Day. It's just a repeat. We're going to be tough, gritty, grimy, the Heat culture that you hate, Tay. Yep. And then we're going to barely get in the playoffs, and then we're going to kick everyone's ass but come up short. Yep. Right? And it's rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. Yep. That's why I think time's up. I don't believe I do believe that'll happen this year in terms of the regular season, backing into the postseason, maybe knocking someone off. Yeah. I don't think they're going to the finals. I think Jimmy Butler's kind of growing old there a little bit. I think it's starting to I think that luster's starting to wear off today.
I agree. Where I think they do have time is like, I do like their young guys. I think Tyler Hero can show us something when if he does play. He has to be healthy. You said that.
I'm not
He
buying
has
it.
to be healthy.
Yeah.
But I think he's a good player. You know what I'm saying?
He is.
And he's ready to take a jump. I think he gets held back a little bit by the Heat culture. You know what I mean? It doesn't allow him to play the game that he wants to play and be as free as he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? Because he has to waste a lot of energy on defense, and he's just not that great of a defender. He's okay. He's
Right.
decent, you know what I mean? But he's not a plus defender.
No.
And so if he could tailor it back a little bit on defense, he could show you more of that offensive creativity that he has on offense. Once again, Kentucky guard. I love those guards.
Yeah.
I think Jaime Jaquez is great.
I like him. I liked him at UCLA.
And I even, I can tell you this. I was not a big fan of them drafting Kel'el Ware coming into the season just because I knew his injury history while he was at Indiana.
They love him
and I know
right
how
now.
much that he could break down playing in this Heat culture and all this other stuff.
They love him.
I saw him in summer league. He completely changed my mind.
Yeah, they love him.
He is a great young player. So I like the young guys that they have. I even like what Josh Christopher did for them. I know they like to bring up some of their G League guys, failed projects on other teams and stuff like that, and give them a new opportunity. Maybe not this year, but down the road, Josh Christopher could be one of those guys that elevates their roster. So, I like their young guys.
Yeah.
But so I think their future could be bright as well. They just have to figure out this game management stuff.
By the way, Alec Burks, another veteran. That's a veteran player there that's going to have a big role for them. Terry Rozier, who we know around here, obviously.
Yep.
I like the team. I don't love
Jovic,
it, and I just
Robinson.
feel like they've missed an opportunity.
Yes.
To bring a bona fide third piece. I know LeBron was LeBron, right? And the Heatles, but that was put together beautifully.
Yes.
They have not been able to really repeat that. Not that you're going to have another LeBron, but I'm just saying piecing it together where everything works. You just have these two guys, and they're great.
Yeah.
Butler and Bam, I love.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, NBA purgatory, as I always call it. Like you said,
That's
good
what
enough,
I think.
Good enough to compete, but
Yep.
not good enough to win the championship.
Yep.